everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I did a bridal inspired makeup tutorial. This is the look I do on 99.9% of my brides, so if you'd like to know how I did it, then please keep watching. So first up, I start off with a primer, of course, and priming is one of the most important things for bridal makeup because you want the makeup to stay on as long as possible. The primer that I use on my brides is the Hourglass Veil Primer because it is sweat proof, it makes the foundation go on so easily, and it is just amazing. I use it every day and I absolutely love it. I don't do this step every day because I sometimes forget, but now I'm just filling in my pores using the Benefit Professional. It really does help to fill in the pores that I have around my nose area, and then I just pop it on all of my blemishes or bumps on my skin, and it really evens them out. And then I'm just spraying some Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. And then the foundation that I use normally for brides is the Estee Lauder Double Wear because it has SPF 10, it has no flashback, it's really full coverage, and it just looks amazing on every single skin type. So that is the foundation I tend to go for. And by the way, I am blending this in with a damp beauty blender. If you don't have one of these bad boys, seriously buy it. I know it's like $30, but it's so worth it. So to conceal under the eyes, I usually use the MAC Prolong Wear Concealer in NC15 or NC20. I have both. So it just depends on their skin type. Obviously, I wouldn't use them for people with a darker skin type. I do have other concealers for that, but they're not MAC. And as you can see, I'm just putting it underneath my eyes to conceal and highlight. And then I like to blend it in straight away because I feel that sometimes it's really hard to work with if it's just left unblended on my face. So then I try to blend it in as quickly as possible. And the concealer I use to highlight the center of my face is the Fit Me Maybelline Concealer in Light Fair. I just feel that this concealer is much lighter and easier to blend, especially for my center of my face, because I don't really feel like I need that thick MAC Prolong Wear Concealer down there. So that's what I use, and then I just still blend it in with my damp beauty blender. And to set, I like to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I like to use the banana shade, and I'm just using this on an e.l.f. blush brush. This brush is actually so amazing for setting my under eye concealer. It's the right shape, density, it's just amazing. You need to pick it up. I think I got it from Target and it was like $8. And to set the rest of my face, I'm using my Australis Fresh and Flawless powder. I have these powders in every single shade that I have available because obviously I need different colors for my kit. I just think this powder works for everyone's skin and it just looks amazing on everyone. So that's why I use it. And yeah, so I'm just patting that all over my face. So for bronzer, of course, I use the Benefit Hoola. I use this on every single client because it just works so well on every single skin type, pale, darker, whatever. Seriously, if you don't have this in your life, you need it so badly. So what I do first is bronze up my cheeks with a stippling brush, and then I go in with a more narrower contour brush. This one is by Pony Cosmetics and it's actually really good. It was the first time I tried it, so yeah, check them out. I know you've probably seen me do this 5 million times, but once again I'm baking my face with the Face of Australia translucent powder on an angled sponge, and as you can see I'm just placing it in a direct line straight underneath my contour, down the bridge of my nose, and underneath my eyes, a little bit on my chin and on my forehead. So as most of you already know, I got my eyebrows cosmetically tattooed, so that means I don't really need to do much to them except for add brow gel. So yeah, that's what I've done. So the eyeshadows I typically use are the Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I just think they're amazing quality and really, really pigmented. So first up, I'm using the shade called Creme Brulee, and I'm using that as a transition shade. I'm just taking that on a really large fluffy brush by Zoeva, and yeah, just putting that into my crease. And then I'm grabbing a little tiny bit of Cocoa Bear, which is a really dark brown colour, and defining the crease a little bit more. So now I'm picking up the colour Aura in the Lime Crime Venus palette and placing that on the inner corners of my eye and dragging that probably halfway onto my lid. I think this colour is so amazing and brightening, and it just looks, I just love it. I love the whole bright-eyed look. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So now I'm just grabbing the blending brush from before and blending all those colours together so there's no harsh lines. And then grabbing Cocoa Bear on the same brush and placing that on the outer corner of my eye. So I wanted the inner corner eyeshadow to be a little bit more intense, so what I did was sprayed my brush with a bit of Fix Plus by MAC and then dipped it in the eyeshadow and then just went over it, and it definitely did make a massive difference. So now I'm using my fave gel liner by Mellow Cosmetics, and I'm just using that on a Zoeva eyeliner brush. It's angled and it's really, really good. It's also really good for drawing on your eyebrows as well. But yeah, anyways, I'm just doing a really, really small wing, which is not what I'm used to, but I really like how it turned out. So now I'm taking Makeup Geek's eyeshadow in Corrupt and literally going over that exact same line we just made with the gel liner, just to make it a bit more smoky and not so full and intense, because it is bridal and you want to make it look as natural as possible, if that makes sense, even though this is definitely not natural, but you know what I'm saying. And then I'm just brushing off the excess translucent powder that I use to bake with, and I just use a really, really large powder brush for that. So for my waterline, I'm using the Balm Cosmetics Mr. Right Now eyeliner in the colour Brian. So weird. But yeah, so I'm putting that on my waterline. It definitely makes the eyes look a lot larger and brighter. So yeah, that's what I'm using. And then I'm just going along the bottom of my lash line with the Cocoa Bear colour again, just on that same tapered blending brush that we use to smoke out the liner. And yeah. So now I'm just adding that same Lime Crime Aura eyeshadow on my brow bone to highlight it. And then I'm curling my lashes in preparation for mascara and falsies. And the mascara I'm using is the new Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. It's seriously my holy grail mascara at the moment. It's so amazing. The eyelash glue I use is by House of Lashes. Best lash glue ever. And the eyelashes I'm using are actually the $1 ones that I got from shopmissa. They are in the style 428, I believe. And here I'm just using a cotton bud to take off the excess glue, because I can't be bothered waiting for it to disappear and dry clear because I'm impatient. And to finish off the rest of my face, I'm using the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. Definitely my favorite blush of all time, and it definitely looks amazing on every single person's skin tone, like I've said a billion times before, but yeah. And for highlighter, I've recently been loving the Becca Cosmetics Opal Pressed Skin Perfector. Holy shit, this highlighter is actually life. Like, it's incredible. If you have the money to spare on a decent highlighter, then I highly recommend this one. So to line my lips, I use the Essence Lip Liner in Wish Me Rose. These lip liners are so affordable. They're like $2 or something from Priceline, and I love them. And the lipstick I used is MAC's Angel, and then on top of that I used the Fullipsenhancer 101 Plumping Lip Gloss on top, which is literally the same color as MIP but in a gloss form. It's amazing. And now I'm putting on my mum's tiara to finish the look off. And that is the completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please leave a comment down below. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.